All right, let's get right into it. We need to have a serious talk about the single fastest way traders blow up their accounts. And nope, it's not a bad strategy, and it's not some crazy market crash. It's a silent killer called overtrading. And today, we're going to build your defense against it.
I really want you to let this one sink in for a second. This is not just some catchy phrase, it's a fundamental truth. In the world of trading, where every second counts, this is the most surefire way to an empty account. Seriously, the stakes don't get any higher than this.
And here's what makes it so dangerous. This is not just a rookie mistake. I've seen traders with brilliant, profitable strategies, people with years of experience, get totally wiped out by this. You know why? Because they couldn't fight that urge to just do something, even when their plan was screaming at them to wait. It's a complete failure of discipline, not a lack of knowledge.
So, what are we really talking about when we say overtrading? I think most people get this wrong. They think it just means taking way too many trades, but that's a huge misunderstanding. The real definition is a lot more precise, and honestly, it's a lot more personal.
And there it is, simple as that. It has nothing to do with the number of trades you take. You could take one trade that violates your plan, and guess what? That's overtrading. You could take 20 trades that follow your rules perfectly, and that is not overtrading. The only thing that matters is sticking to the plan you made when you were calm and rational.
Let's make this real. Here are the classics. Trading outside your set hours because of that classic FOMO. Or taking a setup that's, almost perfect. Big one here. Continuing to trade after you've already hit your daily profit target. And of course, the deadliest sin of all, revenge trading, where you're trying to force the market to give you your money back. Every single one of these is a straight-up violation of a disciplined plan.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? Your entire edge, your whole strategy, it's all built on a statistical probability that you'll win over time. But the second you step outside your rules, the moment your discipline walks out the door, you're not trading your edge anymore. You're just gambling. Probability has left the building.
Okay, so let's break down how this spirals into total disaster. We know what overtrading is, now let's dissect exactly how it systematically destroys a profitable trader from the inside out. It's a predictable pattern.
The very first domino to fall? Your accuracy. Look, your profitable edge is built on a very small number of high-quality A-plus setups. When you start dipping into those B- or C-grade trades, you're basically poisoning your own results. Your win rate is going to drop. It's inevitable.
And what happens next? Well, more trades mean more emotional swings. A win makes you feel invincible. A loss triggers desperation. You get trapped on this wild emotional roller coaster, and it becomes almost impossible to make logical, clear-headed decisions. Your strategy gets tossed out the window, and now you're just trading on pure feeling.
Now, in a high-risk game, every single one of those undisciplined trades is a major threat. These aren't just little paper cuts, they are deep wounds to your account. And the losses can stack up with terrifying speed, spiraling out of control before you even know what hit you.
And finally, you just get worn out. Trading takes a huge amount of mental focus. The longer you stare at the charts, clicking away, the more your decision-making quality just tanks. A tired brain makes expensive mistakes. I mean, think about it. Would you want a surgeon operating on you at the end of a 24-hour shift? Of course not. So why are you operating on your own money when you're exhausted?
So here's the bottom line. The thing you absolutely have to remember, blowing up an account is almost never this single catastrophic event. It's death by 1,000 cuts. It's that slow, painful bleed out from a whole series of small, unnecessary, undisciplined trades.
Okay, that was the bad news. It's serious, but it is totally fixable. So let's shift gears and talk about the solution. This is the professional's playbook, a simple, powerful framework you can use to build an unbreakable defense against your worst enemy, yourself. This right here is the critical mindset shift. We're also focused on finding the perfect time to get in a trade. But the real secret to lasting in this business? It's mastering the skill of stopping. And it's not a passive thing. It's an active discipline you have to practice every single day.
And here's how you practice it. A super simple 3-part framework. Before your session even starts, you decide on these 3 hard limits. First, a max number of trades. This stops you from getting overexcited. Second, a maximum loss. This stops revenge trading in its tracks. And third, a hard stop time. This prevents fatigue.
Now, this is the most important rule of the whole thing. It is absolute. It is completely non-negotiable. The second you hit any one of those 3 limits, boom, you're done.
You close the charts, you get up, and you walk away. No, just one more, no second guessing. This is how you take your emotions out of the driver's seat and protect your capital like a pro.
Let's bring this all home with the final, crucial mindset. Really getting this is what separates the traders who make it from those who don't. Your real power doesn't come from being busy. It comes from restraint.
I love this slide because it just cuts through all the noise. You know, we're taught our whole lives that more effort equals more results. But the market, it plays by a totally different set of rules. It doesn't reward you for being busy. It rewards you for being precise. It doesn't pay you for activity. It pays you for discipline. Overtrading might feel productive, but trust me, it's just a fast track to going broke.
And that's the ultimate takeaway right there. Your real power, your true professional edge, it's not found in the trades you take. It's forged in the hundreds of bad, impulsive, almost good enough trades that you have the discipline to just walk away from. That is where your long-term profit is hiding.
So I'll leave you with this one question. It's not about what amazing setup you're going to find tomorrow. The real question is, when that moment of temptation hits, and it will, when that B- setup pops up, when you feel that emotional urge to break your rules, what trade will you have the professional discipline not to take, because that's the one that's going to save your account?